Hello, welcome back to another video. Apparently, we have some news. If you haven't heard, apparently there was a shooting in Portland. So yeah, here we have on ground news. U.S. federal agents shot two people in Portland. Police say. So we're gonna look at just to hear the bullet points, and then we're actually gonna look at a video by Fox News. I also wanted to see if there was a CNN one, but apparently CNN wasn't here for some reason. So we can click see all. Maybe we can find them here. Maybe. We have we have PBS, the NBC, CNBC, CBS again, PBS was over here. But this is more center. Yeah. Very odd that CNN isn't here. Yeah, we have like so many centers. But yeah, that's a little odd that CNN isn't talking about this, or at least it's not here on ground news. If it is, well then it is elsewhere. But we'll see the ABC news version, and then we'll see the Fox News version and whatnot. So yeah. But first we'll start with the center, then we'll go right, then we'll go left. So yeah. Let's see here. So from the center, we have the uh five bullet points on January 8th, as of recording this. 2026, U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents shot two people on Southeast Main Street in East Portland shortly after 2:18 p.m. Amid downtown protests against ICE, the shooting incident with uh with demonstrations planned to confront Portland City Hall followed the fatal shooting of Renee Nicole Good, 35-year-old woman killed in Minneapolis. Now, my opinion on that is, if you ask me, that's just a case of fuck around, find out, where you have an unfortunate situation happening because of a person quite literally putting themselves in an unfortunate situation. You know, yes, it's a tragedy that this woman died, but at the same time, she shouldn't have been there interfering with federal investigations. And the moment they were gonna like confront her, she probably shouldn't have tried to fucking run away and nearly run over a dude with an armed weapon. You know, just a little bit of common sense. If you're gonna go somewhere, you should expect to be, if you're gonna impede with a federal investigation, you should expect consequences to those actions. Can't just, you know, go there and expect to be consequence free, unlike the news. Unlike what the news tells you, there are consequences to your actions. Sadly, I know it's shocking, but yeah, that's just my thought on that. Yes, it sucks that she died, but fuck around, find out. You shouldn't have been there to begin with. Portland police applied a tourniquet, called for emergency medical personnel, and secured both scenes, while KGW crews saw police tape outside Adventist Health Portland. Adventist Health Portland. A damaged vehicle, and Legacy Emmanuel briefly locked it down. Okay. What? Portland City Council recessed after police shot two people. President Elena Pertley Guinea said these individuals are still alive and we're hoping for more positive updates. FBI Portland said it is leading an active ongoing investigation after a shooting about 2:15 p.m. in 10K blocks of Main Street. A statement of expected is expected soon, and CPB operatives under DHS. Oh, Customs Border Patrol operates under Department of Homeland Defense. Yeah, or rather, Department of Homeland Security, not Homeland Defense. All right, let's see what the right has to say. 4 bullet points. Let's see here. Two individuals were hospitalized after being shot by federal agents in Portland, as confirmed by the Portland Police Bureau following the incident on January 8th. The FBI is leading an investigation into the individuals and into the shooting involving Customs and Border Protection agents who responded to a vehicle stop. Authorities have not clarified the reason for the shooting or provided information on the victim's conditions. Interesting. Portland Mayor Keith Wilson has called for a pause in federal immigration enforcement pending an investigation on the innocent. Of course, you'd want to halt everything over this. Yes, because of course, when there are multiple fires, you halt the fire department over one fuck up, right? Now let's look at the left. U.S. federal agents shot two individuals in Portland, Oregon during a targeted vehicle stop, according to Portland Police Bureau. The victims were taken to the hospital, but their medical conditions remain unclear, as reported by the police. Portland Chief Bob Day stated that the incident was still in the early stages, urging the community to remain calm amid heightened emotions from the recent shooting in Minneapolis. Portland Mayor Keith Wilson condemned the shooting. Of course, he did, calling for an end to operations in the city until a full investigation is complete. Now, again, I don't think that, full all operations need to stop. I think you're retarded if you're saying, oh, all operations need to stop. I feel like you're just using that as an excuse to try to get ICE out of your city because you're just a liberal dickhead who doesn't want ICE in there taking out a whole bunch of people that quite literally voted for you in when realistically they should have no votes. So yeah, it's just dumb to for that standpoint be like, oh, there's an investigation. If there's an investigation going on in the police department over one crooked cop, you don't suddenly shut down the entire police department, do you? You know, you don't shut down all police departments in your city just because there's one that's bad, right? No, that's stupid as shit. So why would you stop all federal immigration enforcement just because of one incident? But yeah, let's see here. Let's go ahead and go to here so we can see what Fox News has to say about this. Yeah. Get it better.
And welcome to Hannity, and tonight we are live in Washington, D.C. for my exclusive interview with President Donald Trump. That's moments away. It is his first sit-down interview since the U.S. captured Nicolas Maduro.
Aw, shit.
Tonight we do begin on the other side of the country in Portland, Oregon, where an investigation is now underway after an incident earlier today where U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents fired their weapons in the line of duty.
Actually, hold up. I want to see something. Hold up. Okay, so I want to see the publication date real quick on this. So this was published on at 7:26, and it got updated over 3 hours later. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. Let's see that real quick. Oh, of course. I hate this so much. Fuck off.
Of a woman who also...
Yeah, let's see.
It is his first sit-down interview since the U.S. captured Nicolas Maduro. But first, tonight, we do begin on the other side of the country in Portland, Oregon, where an investigation is now underway after...
Oh, look here. I find it funny how here Fox News says DHS CBP agents fired defensive shots in Portland. I find it interesting how they'll say it's defensive, yet no one else says it's defensive. Then again, we don't know if it's defensive yet, which is why we're watching this. And why we're gonna cross-reference with CBS and see what they have to say. Which is why I wanted CNN, but CNN wasn't on ground news,
Customs and Border Protection agents fired their weapons in the line of duty. The agents, thankfully, are okay. The two other people were hospitalized with gunshot wounds, one of whom we are now learning is believed to be a member of Tren de Aragua. Anyway, our very own Kevin Cork has an update on all of this, a full report. Kevin.
If that's true, then that means this was a targeted attack to try to run over ICE agents, which means it's completely justified for them to have shot at these two individuals.
Evening, Sean.
What does that say? DHS calls out Hilton hotels over cancellations affecting federal agents. Oh, I see.
As you pointed out, a Border Patrol agent shot 2 people in Portland, Oregon this afternoon after the driver of that car allegedly attempted to run over federal officers. Now, this all unfolded about 2:19 local.
Ah, I see. There it is. See, there's the word attempted. Attemptedly. He attempted to run them over, meaning he failed.
Pacific time, of course. That's when agents identified themselves.
That's what he said, right? That he
This was,
attempted?
by the way, a targeted star allegedly attempted to run over federal officers.
Allegedly attempted. He allegedly tried, but like when it comes to allegedly, it's a little iffy. You know, you can allege someone tried to do this, but unless you can prove it, you know, it's kind of like a coin toss.
Officers. Now, this all unfolded about 2:19 local time, Pacific time, of course. That's when agents identified themselves. This was, by the way, a targeted stop of an alleged member of Tren de Aragua, the Venezuelan gang. Now, after the agent identified himself, the driver and that passenger, who's also believed to be a part of that gang's prostitution ring, tried to weaponize the vehicle and run over law enforcement officers. After the driver, of course, was hit by gunfire, they were found about 10 minutes later. The driver and the passenger were both apparently hit. As you point out, they were taken to local hospitals. Sean, we do not have an update on their condition.
Oh, damn. They crashed into it. I read a little TLDR about this. I thought they had like got it, like they took like a few wounds and they had gotten away quite a far away. No, this looks like they took some severe shots and they crashed, which is why they were able to apprehend them. God damn. But it's like, unless this is a crash of the aftermath, in which case it sucks for these families, you know, that were involved in all this, that had to suffer, you know, their vehicles getting totaled because of these individuals trying to run over ICE agents. Especially if what they're saying here is true, that they are, you know, from the gang MS-13. I think that one's MS-13. Or whatever, Tren de Aragua. You know, whichever one. They're all the same to me. They're all a bunch of fucking low-life criminals. So, yeah. But, like, it's insane. But, I mean, then again, if they are from the gang, let's be realistic. What do you expect? Criminals will be criminals, and we should realistically not be feeling sorry for these individuals.
Tonight. Now, this, of course, comes on the heels of yesterday's shooting in Minneapolis of a woman who also allegedly attempted to speed off in the direction of officers despite being told to get out of the vehicle. Of course, she died from her injuries, Sean.
All right. And Kevin, we are.
That's why I say that it's like, it sucks that she died, but it's like, bro, it's a case of fuck around, find out. She shouldn't have been there. She fucked around. She found out. It's like, okay, these federal agents are trained to eliminate a threat the moment it becomes hostile and a threat to them. Like, they don't de-escalate, they take action. Because for federal agents, it's your life or their lives. And you're going to prioritize your life over their lives.
Expecting some type of press conference coming up shortly, right?
That is correct. We got a little blurb earlier, but we're expecting a more fulsome news conference will be coming our way just shortly. And as we get information, we promise to pass it along to you. But for now, back to you.
All right, Kevin Cork, thank you.
All right. But yeah, that it's just insane to me, man. That you know, yeah. Let's see here. Oh, here we have it. They actually did say. So they were conducting a targeted vehicle stop. The passenger of the vehicle and target is a Venezuelan illegal alien affiliated with the transnational Tren de Aragua prostitution ring and involved in a recent shooting. So yeah, these people are not people we should feel sorry for. And this is from home, like this isn't from like CNN making their shit up. This is strictly straight from the Homeland Security X account. This got tweeted at 4:52 p.m. This is, I'm assuming, my local time, which would be PST. So yeah, like these people are not people we should realistically be feeling sorry for. And it's funny because I just remember this. If we go to left, or rather, if we go down here, and I find it interesting how many news sites are reporting about this that are just not even part of the local news, regardless of what side you're on. Like here we have like from the right, we have Malaysia, the UK, Australia, the Netherlands, Israel, funny enough, talking about this, Chile. This is for the right. For the center, let's see here. This one is okay, so this appears to be some form of Dutch. HNADE, whatever that would be. That's foreign because here has the translate. So we have another one, Germany. Here we have another one. Let's see here. WZ. Another, I'm assuming it's another German speaking or Dutch or not Dutch, but you know, German speaking country. Oh, here we have, this one's actually from the US News National Center. Hong Kong, and then we have another one from Boston. But look at the left. We have Miami reporting on this. Yeah, the Netherlands again. This time it's a left-leaning Netherlands. We have France. We have Germany, another German one. This time a left-leaning one instead of a center one. We have this one, which is also in German. And then we have another one from Sweden. So yeah, it's like there's a lot of people talking about this, which is insane to me. Which is why I'm also like, where the fuck is CNN? Let me refresh real quick, actually. I want to refresh. Maybe now they're here? No. No, that ain't CNN. Yeah, for some odd reason, CNN isn't here, but we'll go to ABC News. How about that? And let's see what they're saying. Two shot by federal agents after targeted stop. Portland mayor asks ICE to halt operations. That's the title of ABC News. Is let's see what does this one? Two wounded in Portland shooting involving federal agents after DHS says vehicle weaponized against them. Very interesting. Two different headlines. But let's get into this one.
I'm Alex Berchet in Washington, and we're coming to you with breaking news. Local and federal sources tell ABC News that federal agents shot two people in Portland, Oregon. We're learning that the circumstances right now are a little unclear, but the FBI is responding. The agents who shot, we're told, are with U.S. Customs.
Okay, we checked before. This one, wait, CBS doesn't have update? Does CBS not? Yeah, this is a developing story. Please check back for updates. I feel like there should be some updates. Fox had, yeah, if the Fox one had an update, how does this one? Oh, I mean, January 8th at 9:28. So, you know, maybe it just changes the time. It doesn't say. I feel like it should say, though.
Customs and Border Protection. The FBI will be investigating and lead as the lead agency. I want to bring in ABC News' Alex Stone, who is tracking the developments here. And Alex, I recognize that a lot of this is still very, very fluid. But what can you tell us so far?
Yeah, generally, what we know at this point, Alex, is a short time ago, and the FBI is responding right now that they will be the ones investigating this, that it was a shooting involving federal agents from U.S. Customs and Border Protection, not ICE, in the Portland area. And that there was a man and a woman, we're told, who were shot. They are being transported right now. There was a city council meeting that was going on.
You know what's insane? If it is a man and a woman, then that's even more wild than a man and a woman would be involved in a sex trafficking ring. It really makes you wonder how they did it, huh? The woman probably, went to other women, probably vulnerable, desperate women, lured them into a sense of security, and then sent them off to sex trafficking.
For the Portland City Council, they have abruptly ended that or put that on hold right now. This is all unfolding at this point, but a shooting has occurred, Alex.
Yeah, something we will continue.
This is something that I find interesting is the fact that they say that, yeah, that's their only video on this, and let's see, okay. Full investigation. Yeah, I find it interesting how they don't say a single thing about them potentially being gang members of Trendare Wagwa. And I find it interesting how like literally it says here 9:28 p.m. and here we have literally 10:40 p.m. Like, okay, yes, it is a little bit later, but I'm like, come on, how have you not put out an update? Like, they even tweeted something out. Like, they even tweeted this. Like, it says it here that they literally were part of the gang. It was a routine stop. And instead of doing anything, they obviously you have dumbasses like this that just do not understand anything. That anything. But yeah, it's just wild to me that, that we're again, probably the media is probably going to portray this as like something like this poor tragedy that oh no, these poor individuals were shot, but like at the end of the day they're also not going to report the fact that these individuals were potentially affiliated with a gang, and if they were, they realistically shouldn't receive any of our sympathy whatsoever that they were shot, because at the end of the day these were sex traffickers. These were people that were probably sex trafficking little girls and little boys and women who quite literally probably paid them thousands of dollars to smuggle them across the border to try to escape whatever fucking harshness it is that they're trying to escape in their own country, which again is even more wild, because if that's the case, why wouldn't you just try to come over here legally if you have the money to afford a smuggler of that cost? And I feel like you have the money to start the process legally, but what do I know? But yeah, it's like you don't know what the fuck these people are doing to these women and these little girls and little boys. Like, shit. You don't know who the fuck they're selling them to. They could be selling the little boys who are uncircumcised to the fucking Jews and having them circumcise their fucking dicks, so that way they could deep fry that shit and eat it. You don't know what they're doing with these kids and with these women. It's just fucking wild that we're defending criminals. It's insane to me. Like I said, the thing in Minneapolis, yeah, it's a fucking tragedy. Shouldn't have happened to begin with whatsoever, because she shouldn't have been there. The situation should have never have fucking happened, but it did, and it sucks. This, on the other hand, it's like we shouldn't feel sorry for them if they are criminals. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube jazz. I just wanted to bring light to this and whatnot, and bring my own opinion into this and my own perspective. But yeah. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube, just and I'll catch you on the next one later.